Hey there, and welcome back to the Golden Age of DC Comics 365. What am I doing? I am taking this beloved old book that I've had for the better part of 2 decades, which has been surfing every coffee table I've ever owned. I am reading this book again. I'm reading it with and for you, and we're going to talk about comic books for a few minutes every day. I love this. I love this plan. I love talking about comic books, and if you're tuned in, you probably love talking comic books as much as I do. I left the link in the description if you'd like to buy your own copy. Last time I checked, it was going for about $13. It's a really nice book. Very happy with it, and I'm very happy to be picking a page a day and having some comic books to talk about with you for a few minutes. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll read them on air. We can talk about comic books together. You're part of the conversation. Can't have a conversation without you. And this one's pretty fun. It's February 15th, and Steve Malone, District Attorney. Dun, dun, dun! Right. Well, let's see. We have the handsome, young Steve. This has got to be Steve Malone himself. He's in action down low with an accusatory finger pointing at the person with the weird haircut. I wonder if the haircut is meant to signify something socially. If that's such like an urban or a quote unquote street urchin look, or without the paperboy cap. There you have the judge sitting, in rapt attention. He's bald. He's got glasses, denoting some kind of aged. And down here we have the beginnings of a panel. We see a guy in a top hat saying, Monsieur Malone, please come. You can infer that's the accent of the voice, seeing that he's speaking French. So he could be either from Paris or from Quebec. We don't want to presume, but we can a little bit, because that's a cue. That's a stereotype, and he's dapper. He must be from Paris. That's what I'm thinking. And that's what the power of stereotype in these early publications. And just once again, I want to make the caveat: please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, then that's on you, pal or gal, or any friend that identifies within the boundaries and the definitions of humanity, whatever you'd like. But this includes any problematic stereotypes or antediluvian mid-20th century cultural mores that are found in this book, going over this specific material. And but with that, let's read February 15th. The feature is called Steve Malone, District Attorney, and in the next panel's caption, his status is emphasized. Quote, Steve Malone, brilliant young criminal lawyer, pauses outside the opera house to enjoy a cigarette. Unquote. He's just in time to meet the blonde wife of the French ambassador, who explains that her husband's been killed and that the two of them will have to solve the murder without telling the police. Very suspicious. The brilliant attorney seems to think this is a swell idea. With superheroes on the stands, stories like this were on the way out. But the panel opening displays a clever use of chiaroscuro that's more original than the plot. It's from Detective Comics, number 18, which was published August 1938. Chiaroscuro. How do I spell that? Chiaroscuro. Chiaroscuro in art is the use of strong contrasts between light and dark, usually bold contrasts affecting a whole composition. It is a technical term used by artists and art historians for the use of contrasts of light to achieve a sense of volume in modeling three-dimensional objects and figures. Similar effect in cinema, and black and white white and black and low-key photography are also called chiaroscuro. And it also goes into woodcuts too. But yeah, chiaroscuro. That's a word, and that's my word of the day too. All right, I don't have to learn a new word. I kind of knew that one, but I thought that looking up would be a bit more, would be more conducive to our talk today. So yeah, that's about it. That was probably the predecessor to Perry Mason and courtroom drama. There must have been courtroom dramas on the radio for radio plays. They most definitely have been through television, starting with Perry Mason. Remember, I watched a lot of L.A. Law growing up. 80s ladies with bangs and shoulder pads and those suit jackets. Yeah, the 80s. And Boston Public. Was that it? No, it was The Practice, and that had William Shatner in it. And yeah, just like there's never, there's always some kind of courtroom drama on TV, right? Well, there always have been, and even in the past, during the golden age of comic books, before the superheroes, we had the district attorney here. Well, you have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up if you like this material. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. I'm a big lad. I can handle it. Leave a comment or a question in the comments section. We can talk about it on air. And I would love to earn your subscription. I make daily content, positivity, spirituality, cooking, pop culture, comic books. Come on in. There's plenty of room for everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and have a great day.